Good morning, everybody. Carlos Salcedo here, presenting the final course assignment of the Teaching English to Adolescents and Adults at UNAD University. This is bachelor's degree in English as a second language, December 2014. All right, so here we go. Here is I plan the class in advance. It's an imaginary class. I found these steps in a book and I create my own planner, uh, which I think is very useful. So with my name, the date, December 7, 2014, and the type of students are adolescents. The number of them are 11. I suppose it's Unit 6 and Lesson 2, and the schedule is Sunday morning because today is Sunday, right? So the main aim is the goal, what we are going to do, and what we expect the students are going to do after this class, right? That is the production. All right, there is a subsidiary aim, which is another aim apart from that one, which is the simple present tense. The anticipated language problem. This is always in every class we face issues. So, like this one, one of the hardest part of the simple present tense is to ask questions with do or does. And below that, we have the possible solution. My personal aim, which is here, is to apply new material in this class. All right. Then we have the teaching aids, uh, which are flashcards. I'm not going to use flashcards, no video, but we are going to use photocopies. The computer, of course, I always use the computer, the board, and markers. The warmer is what we do before the class is a game. So students after a week, after some days, they would be out of English, far from English. So this is to engage them to the class, something. In this case, I chose name crossword. Then the pre-teach. This is very, very, very important. Because in the pre-teach, you can explain things and tell the students what it is. In this case, I wrote the teacher is going to explain need, what the meaning is of need, what the meaning is of want and have. And I am going to explain a little bit the simple present tense. For example, that the present tense is um, for habits and the rules of for he and she and do and that, right? Eliciting is to make them talk. Sometimes it's talk. It would be something like writing. Sometimes and use what the teacher explained before, right? So I put an example on the board. I need a motorcycle. I want an XT Honda, which is the model, and I have a bicycle. And we encourage students to use the same model I used. Then the concept check. You check if they understood what you taught, right? So here is the practice. The pre-teach is presentation, and then the practice. I put some papers, and they should ask questions with those papers. All right. I put a picture of the possible papers we can use, with he, she, right? I told you that I explained that in advance. So have the students read and listen to the story, right? The students are going to find the mistakes through their reading, all right? So because there are some mistakes, look, they are underlined by word, as you can see here. have, love, all right? So, according to the rules, for he or she, they should correct them, all the mistakes. And here are the all the questions, all the questions. With this part is production because they produce what they learn through these steps, through the steps of presentation and practice, and then in production because they understood the topic and they know how to correct that. After that, I'm going to have a role play conversation to about all we learn in this class. All right. So right here is the story. This is the first step. They are going to listen to the story. They are going to listen to the story and read and listen first. Oh, sorry, read and listen. No, they are going just listen, which is the first step.
Donald plays the piano. He loves the piano. He has a big piano in his living room. His piano is shiny and black. It has 3 legs. He sits on a bench to play the piano. The bench has 4 legs. His piano has 88 keys. The keys are black and white. Donald has 10 fingers. His 10 fingers play music on the 88 piano keys. The piano also has 3 pedals. Donald uses his 2 feet on the 3 pedals. He uses both of his hands and both of his feet to play the piano. He also uses both of his eyes to play the piano.
Okay, that's the listening. And here are the questions the teacher is going to ask. So after that, after listening to the story, after giving the photocopy, they correct that, and they can reuse the questions asking each other during the activity, right? And at the end of these activities, the students are going to role play a conversation. Here is the final task, which is the role play conversation, and we are going to prepare the conversation and do it. It is going to last 15 minutes. 15 minutes preparing and showing the conversation to the partners, and then the teacher is going to ask questions about each conversation and check all the mistakes and all the problems they have with the accuracy and everything. Thank you very much. Bye bye.